guess what? We're back. And I'm not talking about Slim Shady either.
That was so not funny.
Right? It was so dad joke-ish. And like the 90s so much. All right, well, it's me, Sonny G. And who's with me?
I don't know, some kid.
Some kid.
Yeah.
Who's he go by?
Channing Lee Gray.
Channing Lee Gray, otherwise known as Chan Lee.
I'm trying to work on something else. Chan the Man. That's what I want to go by now.
You can't make up your own nickname. That's not how it works.
Yeah, right, Sonny G.
I didn't make that up.
I didn't make mine up either. I've been called that my whole childhood.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're gonna talk about this now.
I
I did not come up with Sonny G. This was like the year 2000. I actually was, believe it or not, I was a youth pastor, a student minister.
Okay, Herb.
In Greenville, South Carolina. My real name has nothing to do with this.
Herbert.
And this is back in the day when people used to say, "What up, G? Yo, dog." This is kind of the slang of those times. And our last name is Gray. So every now and again you would see, you see a first name with the first letter of the last name, or the first letter of the first name, all that kind of mixture.
We
crap.
are Scotch-Irish.
But and what does that have to do with this?
Well, it's just the origin of our names.
Okay. Oh, listen, you get so off topic. So
just talk about what you want to.
Well, okay. So there was a guy, Tracy Turner. This dude was the coolest dude in the entire church. I so wanted to be like him.
I thought you were the coolest.
Where do
dude.
you? Oh no.
You told us that everyone.
He was
liked
Fonzie.
you.
I was Potsy. He was Fonzie. People might have thought I was Fonzie, but no. Tracy Turner, TT. Everybody called him TT. TNT. He was the bomb.
You said that people thought of you as like Sonny G.
Yeah, well, after he came in the room one day, it said Sonny G, and just from that moment on, it stuck.
It changed your life.
And then I was.
And
the whole website thing was domains is coming into play, and I saw it for free. Not saw it for free, but I saw it free up one day, and I bought it for like 20 years, and there you go.
Nice.
That's where my name came from. I didn't walk around and say, "Hey, you gotta call me Sonny G."
And now,
just like you can't say, "Hey, call me Chan Man."
I want to be called Chan the Man.
Chan the Man. Oh, well, that makes a difference.
I'm gonna sign my paintings as Chan the Man because I haven't even found my signature yet.
Oh my God, arrogant much? Jeez, can you be any more stuck on yourself?
I could call it Chitty Chatty Chan from my preschool days.
Oh, that's
just too
cool.
wordy though.
Yeah.
Alliteration. I feel like Chan the Man just rolls off the tongue better.
See, that's not a decision you can make. You can't do that. You can't name yourself. It's
Yeah,
not possible.
But I sound like a superhero and I like it.
I'm your dad. Well, it doesn't sound bad, but see, I'm dad. I'm the man.
Yeah.
So I'm the one saying, we're calling you Chan. And then we moved to Chan Lee. You said, okay. So we bought the domain, of which you've not done anything with, by the way, doggone you.
Look at this group chat. It's literally called Chan the Man, and I didn't name it that.
Chan the Man is the name of the group chat?
Yes. And you
wow,
can tell,
look at that.
You can tell I didn't name it that because it has one in instead of two.
Well, okay. Well, I guess it has a chance.
Bam.
Anybody listening right now, in the comments, you want him to be called not Chan, Channing, Chan Lee. If you want to be called Chan the Man, he's in the early stages of branding himself as an artist here. He needs to know this stuff.
I feel like Chan Lee has kind of like an Asian vibe.
Yes, on purpose.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know you named me after someone like that.
It was
some guy named Chan.
It has some Asian feel to it because I spent a couple of years in Southeast Asia. I loved it.
And also, I don't mean to be racist, but it's just how it sounds.
People who start off with "I don't mean to be," usually they are, whatever the thing is.
But
so just don't say that.
Well, yeah, but in this culture, you can take anything out of context, and it just.
Well, that was. God, are you tripping me out? We are so off topic. We've talked for 4.5 minutes now, and I ain't even got to the thing that we were going to talk about.
Okay.
I was going to say.
But real quick, Chan Lee sounds like Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan mixed together. That's what I was
and
trying
your
to
point
say.
is, I don't see the struggle.
It's cool, but like.
I don't see the struggle.
You know they can't see your hand motions.
I know,
right?
and so I wanted you to see to get closer to the mic, ding dong.
Like this.
Yeah, see how the lines are scribbling me? They're nice and crisp.
Well, it's hard for me to talk to you without like looking at you.
Well, then turn.
I'm gonna move the.
Well, see, that's why the arms are nice and long. Don't break it.
I'm not trying to break it.
Okay, there you go.
There we go.
You can move the chair around too.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
all kind of ways
I
to
forgot
do
about that.
It's called physics. Well, you guys haven't been to school in a while,
okay,
have
Herb.
you? COVID world. Oh, I don't know who that is. Thank you, Dad. You were such a jackass.
Sup, Herbie?
Oh my God.
Has anyone ever called you Herbie?
Herbie?
Yeah. Or Herb.
Back in the day, there's a guy named Herbie Hancock. Back in the '80s. Oh, he was the shit when it came to like that hip hop music. But he was bridging the gap between a guy who could kill it in the jazz world and the emerging hip-hop world from the 80s. He was Rocket was the name of the song that it was on. Oh, it was awesome. But yeah, so and then Herbie the Love Bug in the 70s. Not the Lindsay Lohan version, not that one. We're talking about the good one, the one with Barney Five in it.
Herbie Fully Loaded.
One with Don Knotts. Yes, my sister used to say, Herbie, where's your derby? Parked in the Kirby? Yes, my real name is Herbert Gray III. Yep, there you go. We just that silence right there was enough to let you go. What?
Yeah, I could.
No middle name.
I could have been Herbert Gray the Fifth.
Fifth, yeah, because you have an older brother and
Dawson
a younger brother.
The fourth.
Yeah,
I don't think that's actually how naming your kids work because it's usually just like the oldest is a fourth. And
normally,
then
you
their child is the
talk
fifth.
to George Foreman. Oh dear God, there's like George the Fourth, George the Fifth, too.
Well, and Alexander Hamilton, he named his youngest son after him.
Well, every now and again I get mad at you guys. I say, hey, do you want me to go back? I'll change your names.
Wait, I don't know if what I just said was true. Please fact check me.
Yes, we'll see it in the comment section below.
No, we won't. We get 20 views.
Nobody wants. What am I?
You haven't even posted our last one
I'm living
yet.
in a dream world. Hey, we've got a couple that we've got under
sorry. In
the
YouTube
belt.
world, we have. At this point of time, we haven't posted our last one yet.
We haven't posted probably
By the time
last
this
couple.
one is out, it'll be posted probably.
Okay,
which is in 3 weeks.
So here's what's happening during the COVID world. Just a quick recap to get us into our topic. Obviously, things turned upside down. And for me, doing what I do, even as a server trying to make money then, it was weird.
You're living out the movie Waiting.
Oh, dear God. It feels like
if anyone's watched that movie, I love that
it's
movie.
not exactly like that.
It's not for the faint of heart.
Oh, my God. Ooh, I wouldn't go out to eat. If it was really like that, I would not go out to eat. But
no, you just don't be a mean person that returns their food for nothing.
Oh, dear God. I'm good. I'm a good server. But the point is, during the early parts of COVID world, nobody was serving because nobody was going out to eat. They would go pick it up maybe, but that was it. But during that time, nobody bought paintings. Nobody needed graphic design, video, whatever. All what I did, gone. So what did I do? I could have gotten balled up in a big ball of depression and slept, but I locked myself in the studio here and just painted. Someday I'll start unrolling lots of little snippet videos to explain where this piece came from, where that one. The true form of what this Artcast is, and that is to express life in art. Art is life kind of thing.
There is a very large difference between you and me because it will take you it'll take in the span of time between me painting one painting, you'll paint like 20 already. You just crank them out. Well, I just can't do that. Well, it saps my creativity.
It's a little different. Dude, we're in different stages of life.
I mean, I get it.
You're a little further from the studio physically, so your
true.
frequency to hear is different.
Yeah, but also my creative spark. It's just not. I just don't get it as frequently as you do.
Dude, I'm getting older. Holy cow! I'm seeing the light at the. I'm seeing the maybe I don't know if it's light at the end of the tunnel
you're just trying
darkness.
To crank them out before you die. You're just like, I gotta live this before I die.
Oh my God, I gotta hurry! I'm cranking stuff. That's it.
Like, oh man, I gotta finish my big one before I go.
That is so.
You're like that one guy from Supernatural who's just like, oh man, I know I'm gonna die, but I just want to crank this last one out before I do.
Yeah, I'm not trying to cheat the hellhounds so that I can live forever. I just want to paint this one last one.
You should have made the same. You should have made the deal like he said. He said he wished to be a great artist, but he didn't wish for him to actually sell paintings.
Sell paintings. He wished to have good. He was incredible. Yeah, oh good Lord. Well, in the company of guys like Van Gogh. Not that I am. But who painted hundreds and hundreds of paintings and never sold. I think he sold one.
Yeah.
while he was still alive, and
I have
now
a
his pieces
prediction.
go for millions.
Yeah,
so
I have a prediction that
whatever.
your paintings are going to be worth much more after you're gone.
After I'm dead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
Should we start
Either
working
that
on
or
that?
you get involved in that messy art world that it is this art world. I mean, goodness gracious.
Oh my
It's
god.
basically just tax write-offs for the rich right now. That's all it is.
Apparently so.
Uh-huh.
I want somebody when they hang
Mhm.
a Sonny G on their wall.
They
I
pay
want
off-
them to
yeah.
say they want to sit there, stand there, in the daytime, in the dark, when their life is great, when their life sucks. I want them to look at it and get lost and be able to say, I escaped in this, and this is what this means to me now. This is what it meant before. I'm standing on this side. Holy cow, it says this to me. That's what I want. I want you to love it. And if you just need a splash of color in this area of your house, so I get that. Well, go to Hobby Lobby or whatever. I'm not getting paid by them. Go to wherever.
They're
and
not
buy
sponsoring
some.
this video.
They wish they were. Dadgummit.
No, we wish they were.
Just good. Well, I'd take it. I wouldn't not take the money. But just go somewhere else and spend your $20, and just know that you and thousands of other people have the same color in that same
Some people don't
similar
mind that.
spot. Well, that's the way it works, people. You want something that you know you're the only one getting lost in that space and time in that place. Talk to us.
Dad's ranting about
We
how
got
he
you.
hates the art world.
Well, okay. Well, you brought it up. All right. We're 11 and a half minutes in. Let's get started on this thing.
Oh yeah, we haven't
So,
even talked about the thing we wanted to talk about yet.
I have Life on a Canvas was the I guess tagline. I guess it's the cheesiest way of saying it. Of what I've put on anything Sonny G, the art group, or anything like that. Because I really do want you to feel like there's life in the piece that you're looking at. And our whole point of doing the Artcast is to give a voice to our art. But we also know that there's life all around it, even if it's nothing but us waking up, going through a day, closing out the day, and whatever happens in that span of time. We call it life. And our talking about it, we very often are lost in our own conversations. Sometimes the older brother Dawson's in it, sometimes the younger Ty, sometimes auntie, uncle,
Has Dawson
whatever.
ever been in one?
Not in the Artcast, but we talk all the time.
Oh,
we are constantly.
This is why we do Artcast, because we all have these really deep and just
Honestly,
thoughtful conversations.
It's about pushing the record button and hearing what we already talk
I
about.
feel like we can all just put what we're feeling to words very well. At least sometimes.
Communicate.
Sometimes it's difficult.
Oh, it gets muddy sometimes.
But
yeah.
And you don't exactly say exactly what you mean, but whatever's on our mind, we tend to talk about it, and we like to be open-minded and thoughtful with each other. And if we need advice, we usually tend to give it as best we can.
We are honestly.
I mean, politics, religion,
From
literally
everything.
anything.
It's some of the stuff that we'll never bring up here just because it doesn't matter in a public forum. But just know that we do talk about whatever it is in our own little setting. So this is why the heck do we even do this? This is just we enjoy communicating. That's what art is, by the way. It's the communication of what was on the inside here of me on the outside, and trying to give you the best I can, the snapshot, so to speak, of what I was feeling at that place. Anytime there's anything that has any kind of, wow, that looks good, I love that, what were you thinking? That's the first question I get. What was going through your mind? What was happening? And then I know at that point, that person is like, okay, they love art. And there you go. So, all right, here's the direction we've got going here. We get this challenge of, I don't know, it's a 4-letter word. What did you think of it?
Not that 4-letter word.
This is love.
Yes, the L word.
That's the word that drives. I mean, it drives.
It drives people.
The very
love
essence
art,
of
the love of
absolutely.
anything.
We even use it in a flippant way. Here in English, we say, "I love chocolate," and that's probably not the right way of putting it, but we'll say it. I love chocolate.
I have a passionate relationship.
with
chocolate.
I want to
A
make
passionate,
love with
emotional
chocolate.
relationship.
So we
not
overuse
even
that
about
word.
that.
The point is, obviously, we overuse that word. Oh my gosh, way too much.
I don't think I I don't think I'm overusing it when I say I love Tarantino movies.
Oh, well, that's probably an accurate description on
He
that
knows
one
me.
for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't know that he knows you, but he knows you.
Well, I was saying you know me. You know I would like.
Oh,
him.
I know you.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord, yes. No, Tarantino would be fascinated.
Yeah,
by
I think he'd
getting
be a
to
little
know
bit
you.
creeped out about how much I love.
No, no, he would understand in a appreciative, egocentric kind of a way. All right, so, but love. I want to let's be incredibly open-ended.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you tell me, Chan, when it comes to on a daily basis when we deal with that subject, that word.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what direction. What are you feeling? Tell me what you think.
What do you mean?
Well, the current circumstance is, I don't know, the
I'm not in a relationship, if that's what you're
yeah,
asking.
dear God, no, and I would never want to have
You
that
hear that, ladies?
discussion
I'm single.
I would never want to have that discussion on.
You've seen my
air.
pictures.
Hey, oh my God, dude, shut up.
Okay.
But I'm talking.
Just flirting a little bit.
I'm
with
talking
our
about
non-existent
the.
audience.
That's true. I'm talking about. I'm not, by the way. I'm very much happy, and which is why I am getting to this place of the form of love that just has life itself in mind. I will be happy to talk about a relationship kind of love in another sense,
Mm-hmm.
in another time, because that probably will take several Artcasts to do that one, and I'll probably do it on my own solo version of the Artcast. But now I want to use this time to talk about just people itself, because dealing with people the way I do every day, in such a form that's very quick, in serving food, serving in a restaurant business, I run into people that are in so many stages of life. We're talking some people hate it and they want you to hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people walk in with such a massive attitude. They don't care what you do or how you do it.
Yeah,
It's going to suck.
It's sad that some people think that because they're suffering, they need to inflict suffering onto other people to show them how they feel.
And you can't have that discussion with them because they don't think that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that no matter who you are or what you are, I genuinely, God, it sounds so cheesy when I'm getting ready to say what I'm saying. I genuinely do care.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely
Well, yeah, that's just your personality.
and care. It's at the core because I want it for myself as well.
I think of myself the same way, that I just generally like doing things for people and stuff like that.
And there's nothing. I mean, that's actually it's a great quality.
Mm-hmm.
Some people may struggle with that more
I
than
would
others,
even
but I
say
do
to a
believe that it's
fault.
what. So again.
I would even say to a fault. I almost do it too much.
Well, I believe that we want that
Yeah. Oh, well, we're people.
to ourselves.
We're people pleasers.
We
That's
want
what we
it.
are.
Well, and that actually can have a little bit of bite you in
Yeah.
the ass kind of thing
It
going.
most certainly does.
But when it comes to humanity itself, okay, day-to-day life, you walk into a store, you need to buy a drink, and how you interact with the guy standing there at the gas station.
It reflects upon your
You're
character.
going to, you just, even if it's just, hey, have a nice day, or whatever, I genuinely do want humanity to grow in their lives. Now, not everybody wants to.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, it's okay. If that's what you choose to do in your life, I'm not going to judge that. I guess that a really huge broad stroke of a statement in the very beginning. Let me narrow it down a little bit. I'm talking about when I say art is life, when life is in art, you will see pictures of those slices of life. Those slices of art emerge in
like
either
that,
the color or the texture or whatever it is because of whatever I experienced that day.
Yeah, like your broken heart painting that you did. It looks like it's shattered. You've gotten you have a lot of paintings like that. It's really fascinating to see them.
That one.
And I like your artistic expression of them. Like, you just take what's in your head and you put it on the canvas. And it's really hard for some people, but especially me. Sometimes it's just really hard for me to put whatever I'm thinking onto a canvas. And that's why I paint pianos going through space them so much, because I think they're really cool. But
Of course, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
If you don't, oh, man, you got
By the
something
way,
wrong
in my
with you.
next painting, the current painting that I'm working on, I'm thinking of adding like a little lamp that's gonna act as the sun in it, like a gigantic one.
Like to show the light source.
Yeah, to show the light source.
Like-
Usually,
like
usually it's
you
like
would know
off
it
camera.
already, but just to
Yeah.
see it there, obviously.
Usually it's off canvas, but I wanted to do that.
I think that would be awesome. Oh my gosh. Well, so let me pull this out of you in a little bit more. Let me see if I can get a little bit more. Tam, when you're going through your life, either from the job that you have or the school or at home talking to your brother, I get it. I mean, things can be frustrating, and you can get frustrated with people. Everybody does. Everybody can. But I guess my encouragement to you is when you do everything you can to get inside their mind, their heart, you might actually find the reason why they are, I don't know, acting the way they're acting, because it may not be that pretty. It may not be that loving. And you say to yourself, well, I'm not giving this person my love. In other words, and it sounds like such a cheesy way of saying it. Probably the everyday thing is, he said, I don't give a crap about this person. So you just swipe left, move on. I'm saying, what is it that would cause you to stand there and try to figure out why are they acting like this in this moment? And is there anything I can do? Why would we?
Yeah, I try not to judge people so quickly for actions that they do. It's something you have to learn, because it can really be frustrating to you and stuff like that. But you really just have to take a deep breath and relax for a second. Sometimes you just need to take a beat, sit with yourself, think about it. But that's really just how you calm down and not explode at people that really just act selfishly.
And and it's also you saying to yourself, everybody can be
Yeah, I mean, I can too.
everybody
I
can be a
totally
douche
do it.
sometimes. I get it. Everybody can be a dick sometimes. I'll just say, I know I have.
Yeah, I have.
I know the core of me though is to not be like that, and I just don't see it inside of you guys for sure. But being your dad, I've seen the best and the worst of you, and my goal isn't always to punish you, to make you be a better person. My goal is to remind you of who you are in that core.
I think you have a very nice way of doing that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, it's just that you're not punishing us for acting poorly, which it doesn't really work. You're just trying to remind us that being nice is nice. Being a generous person makes you feel good, and not acting selfishly I don't know, it's just better for you.
Well, hopefully you see,
It's a mental lesson you have to do.
and you can find that lesson in almost every single thing in every day. I'm telling you, there are times when we'll be watching something, doing something, riding down the road, texting each other, whatever, and then something will happen, and I'll be like, hey, wait a minute, and then I just go. And then at some point, sometimes I see you guys roll your eyes and be like, oh my God, here we go again. I know Sai will do that sometimes. Sai will look at me and then go, you're talking a lot. I'm sorry, I'm rambling.
I, for one, actually kind of like it when you go off on like preaches and stuff like that. You do have a lot to say, and even though you might be using a lot of words to get to the point, I still just like to hear it. I know Ty doesn't like it when you preach.
Well, and he's in that. I mean, he's young. I don't know.
I for one just like talking. It's something I like to do, and when other people talk to me.
Well, and there's a difference in being talked at and talk with. That's for sure. And I know sometimes, and Sai has done a wonderful job of reminding me that every now and again I'll talk at her, and that's not helpful.
Yeah,
I get that, and I really want that to be better inside of me.
I think conversation itself is an art form.
There you go. No, 100%.
It's a form of art.
Because you end up listening more than you do talking. That's what communication is. Communication isn't just you saying, hey, I told you that. Communication is, wow, what did you understand? What did you hear? Because you may hear ABC, but what was said was 1, 2, 3.
We
and
should call this the preaching Artcast.
What the hell? Yeah. So I guess here's here's the point. Maybe we've got
Oh, we started talking about love, and then we went off on
5 minutes.
communications.
I promise I'm gonna bring this back. We've got 5 minutes. Love drives everything, Chan. It drives when I paint.
I have something to say about that.
It drives when I wake up. What is the goal? I've been dark. I've been down. I've been beat up, and given up. I've done it all, man. I've done it all, buddy. And I just want you to know, love is what brought me back. Love. Looking past all of my crap, all of it. And it reminded me, you know what? I'm a pretty decent guy. And that is what I want to drive
Also very
everything
humble.
we say in any of the Artcast, in any of the painting, in anything we ever do, say or do. So cheesy sounding, I know. It sounds like a Beatles song. I get it. All you need is love.
very
Blah,
humble.
whatever. I don't care. But it really is, that four-letter word really is what drives this all.
I
And
can
there we
agree
are.
with that. And there's two things I'd like to say about
Bring,
that.
bring it on, Bubba.
Well, the first thing I'd like to say is that sure love can help you, but like self-reliance is also it. It's just a love of yourself, not just a love from coming from someone else.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if you're not comfortable with yourself, it's gonna be hard to get into a relationship. Like
Perfect. No, absolutely.
that. It's something I've had to work on myself because we have this very self-conscious gene going through us.
Yeah.
It's just something we both
I
have
got
to
you,
deal with.
No, I can't disagree.
Yeah, and the second thing I'd like to say is that choosing a career going into, I just don't think I could handle going into. This might be sounding really naive, but I just don't think I could handle going into something that I don't like absolutely love doing.
Oh,
Even if I don't make as
wise.
much money,
well,
I just would rather be happy than have money. I don't know, in this current economy. I think I'm gonna sound
sometimes
really
you choose
mature.
money. Who gives a crap?
Money
You gotta
can make
eat.
you happy, but I just have less reliance on material possessions, I guess. It sounds such like a hipster or whatever.
Yeah, a
But
hippie.
it's just-
You mean?
Yeah. But yeah, Gen Y.
Yeah.
You're not a millennial.
Oh my God. Well, those are great points,
Yeah.
Chan, and I think are more than should be said. They should be contemplated and talked about. Maybe even in the future do a few more deep things. Today's we really are trying to be more consistent with the Artcast. I don't want to say, hey, we're back, and then I mean it. There are so many situations and circumstances happening around us, me and you personally, that to get into this space, to be able to sit down and have a recording that is this kind of vibe, we could push it and do it in other circumstances, and you would listen to it and go, what's wrong? And that's not what we want to project. That's not who we are inside of us. So we want to project the best of us. Having said that, there might be a time or two when we really are in a dark place and we just need to hit record and you hear us in that vibe. So wow, these guys are real. I promise you, not a single thing said today was intended to cheapen, lessen, or make light of just the word love. I mean it. I'm not going to just walk around and say, hey, love, and, oh, this junk is happening. Well, just love. It's not intended in that kind of cheap, cheesy way. I promise you. This is the driving force of who we are, what we want to do, and then in our everyday life, waking up, brushing my teeth, everything. I really do want that to be the force, the waking force of it. It's a lot of life behind me, 49 and a half years of it. I've got some experiences, but this is what we want. All right, dude, we've got like 40 seconds. Anything else?
Mandalorian. I'm just
Enough
kidding.
said.
Yeah.
Enough said. All right. Well, thanks for listening. Like us, and do the alert
Subscribe.
thing. Subscribe and
Hit the notification
Hit the
bell.
notification
Slam
button.
it with your fist.
ding. Alright.
That doesn't even know what all this stuff means.
I did half of that. I knew what it was. All right, we got like 7 seconds. All right, peace and love, people.
We're gonna be Audi 500.
Oh my God. You're supposed to say
Adios.
peace.
No,
I say
I'm good.
peace and love. And you say,
I'm trying to come up with something new every time.
all right, 4 seconds. 3, 2.